scoot close on me.
You move here.
I need room, physical room, baby. So I gotta adjust this. You have to sit close. You have to be like my wife. Come on now, sit close to your husband. Cables, you're smashing cables, baby. Move your chair. Alright, good. Good. Got more orange chicken.
Are you sure you're on our page?
It's. And then make sure you turn down your volume so we don't get back feed.
How did you title it?
Tina and Chris, surgery, recovery, whatever it was called. I don't know. I can end it and you can start over.
No. You've already started, so I guess.
Doesn't matter, there's nobody in here yet. Just look for our page on. Don't switch to our pages, you can't view our page if I'm live. You have to just view it as you're a guest.
Hello.
We were trying to make sure we were live on the correct page.
Hello. What did you do that much?
Okay. I have learned to do dishes when she says so. Please help me. When she says make the bed, she means make the bed. When she says sweep the house, she means sweep.
Don't put me in trouble. I keep telling you.
Blink twice if you need help. I'm okay. Don't worry, I'm perfectly fine.
Don't put me in trouble, no.
I'll start doing Morse code. So, how is everyone doing? Can you hand me that water bottle? Be full. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
So, I made orange. It's my first meal I've cooked since my shoulder surgery. I am a big kid now. And so what tonight's topic is going to be on, I know there was a lot of questions last night when I was talking about my shoulder, but about my previous medical histories, I'd mentioned other surgeries. So I was going to talk about that tonight. I have my little ice pack cooler thing going, which I know some people had a question about, so this is it. It's a giant cooler that runs a hose with a two-way pump, like a fish tank pump.
Hello, Arnold. Hello.
And it keeps my shoulder cool, so it's all plumbed in through here. Hello. So tonight, I will be talking about some of my previous surgeries, how I'm feeling today, which is what, day 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, so how day 5 is feeling. And it's an open board. Feel free to ask questions. I know some people are private on their medical history, but almost everyone that's known me eventually finds out, so I'm not too private on it. I could really care less. But I'll at least start out with thank you for joining us tonight. I know we had a really good turnout last night. And so tonight, hopefully we get another good turnout. But my shoulder today, day 5, yesterday was day 4. It's feeling a little bit better each day. I'm getting more energy. Definitely all the anesthesia and drugs are out of my system now. I know it can take a couple days. Thank you for the subscription.
Thank you.
So definitely feeling like not so tired anymore. I'm still sleeping fairly good. I mean, I got my first good solid night's sleep the other night and then again last night, which helped. Still on the pain meds though. It still definitely hurts. So what they thought they had to do versus what they did do were two completely different things. There was a lot more damage than what they thought. They even gave us the images and you can see like really long tears. So they had to stitch everything closed, which is good. I mean, I can definitely feel it. I have a lot of stitches, internal and external. We replaced the Band-Aids today, so we took off the main bandage that the night of day 2, and then put on regular band-aids, and we just finally changed him out. Like 5 times he's being held hostage by this African. Don't worry, I'm okay.
Today's just so funny, you guys.
If you hear any clinking, it's the leg shackles. I'm shackled to this table so I can't run away. Oh, no, so my shoulder's feeling good. I'm noticing I'm only needing the pain meds like every 6 to 8 hours instead of every 4 to 6. So it's definitely healing and getting better. I know from what my friends told me that have had even more in-depth shoulder surgery, when physical therapy starts, it like re-aggravates everything. So I had to make sure I have my doctors refill me for physical therapy because I'm apparently gonna need them, at least for the first couple weeks while they're breaking up all that fresh tissue and scar tissue. But no, I still can't hold my arm on my own. Like the nerve block and anesthesia's gone. It's still incredibly weak, still hurts. In the shower, like I have to hold it. She has to help me. We went shopping today for clothes. So I recommend anybody that has shoulder surgery, get a shirt 2 sizes bigger. Because when you feed it up through your arm, because you have to feed one arm at a time, since you can't move this arm, you have to feed your bad arm first, and then over your head, and then this arm in to pull your shirt down. You want 2 sizes bigger. You don't want anything skin tight like Under Armour. Do not try and wear that. But you want like a really loose t-shirt or an athletic shirt. Highly recommend it. Let's see here. Quick recovery. My new favorite international couple. Thank you. Orange chicken. Yeah, I made fresh orange chicken.
Race play, not really. I think where we live right now, we cannot really do those things here.
Do what?
Race play. I think the way I understand it, racing, right? Maybe for example, is it the snowmobile racing and all those things? Just that's how I understood it.
Yeah, we have no snow this year. Gotta work the other hand. Yeah, definitely working it out. I have this squeeze ball that's attached to my thing here. So I can squeeze it. My hand doesn't hurt, so I know they didn't do anything lower on my arm. It's just bicep split, labral tear, and a small rotator cuff tear. I'm very fortunate from dislocating it last year that I didn't actually really damage my rotator cuff. I know the head of the ball joint got a little bit damaged too, but there's not much you can do there without a full replacement. Yes, she's very innocent. Wait, hold on, your horn is coming out. Hold on. Gotta make sure those horns are all tucked in. That halo you see above her, it smokes for a reason. It's not golden, it's smoking.
You guys are so funny. So, yeah, hobby. We've been going through like after he had his surgery, I've been helping to take care of him. It has been a journey, you know. The first 2 days I was really scared to even touch his hand. And
it was
then,
all different colors too.
Yeah,
it was blue and white. It looked like a dead limb.
Yeah, I just didn't want to cause any problems, so I was really tensed when I was kind of trying to help him change. But we were able to go through that. So yesterday when we were talking, he mentioned some surgeries that he has had over the past, like, what do you say?
My life. So
Yeah.
we'll probably break it up based time wise and content wise over 2 episodes. One, all my smaller surgeries up to my first open heart, and then maybe tomorrow night my second open heart. I've had 2 open heart surgeries, and then the ones that followed after that. So I know quite a few people were asking.
So actually, what happened was that even before I met him, he dislocated his arm. Like he got his arm. Should I don't like using the word, like I don't like putting it this way, like you dislocated your arm.
Well, that's what happened.
Okay.
My shoulder.
Your shoulder dislocated. We should say it that way, not you dislocate. Like if you say you dislocated your arm, it's like you did it on purpose, you know?
No.
Yeah. So
you got into a car accident. You don't do it on purpose.
Okay. Yeah, it's the English. I'm Ghanaian.
You got pregnant. We did that on purpose.
So Yeah, his shoulder dislocated even before I met him, and then he went to the ER. They put it back in, and when we had our baby, like I was at work when I had a call. Like I was actually in a meeting at work, and the calls kept coming through. So finally I had to answer. When I answered, they were like, Chris is injured, he's been taken to the ER. I was like,
And your
what?
baby's with
And
your downstairs neighbor.
he was with our baby in the house. He was like, how many
He
months?
was only 3 months
He
old.
was like 3 months old. He was taking care of him because he was on paternity leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I got this call at work. I had just gone back to work after like my 6 weeks. What is it? Maternity leave. 6 week
Yeah.
6 weeks maternity leave. So I went back to work, and then I got this call. So I was like scared. I didn't know what to do. Fortunately, our baby was with our neighbor who was like a very good person. She also had twins. So
And they were also young too.
and they were also young too. So she took care of our baby very well. I had to go straight to the ER from work, and so his shoulder has dislocated twice, and so I think it was affecting him. He couldn't use it properly at work. So then his doctor recommended that he gets this surgery. So this is where we are. That is why his arm looked like this. Please, I didn't do anything to him. Those of you asking,
A Ghanaian would never do this. They all say Ghanaians are the most peaceful people in Africa. So there's no way Tina could have done this.
Who said she's beating his ass? You can't tell me. I've not even fought before. If I fight with someone, the person would definitely beat me.
I don't know. When you lost the fourth time at Jenga, you were right ready to like start fighting.
Hello, Shegu, how are you? We are doing well.
So I mean, going back to like when I was first born, people were asking like how did all this like lead up with my heart surgeries. So my youngest heart surgery, I was only 6 months old. They did what they call an angio, where they go in through your artery
You need to
and they
start
look
well so that people will
into your heart.
understand.
I will.
Okay, so like.
So I was born with a coarctation, which means a narrow heart, a narrow aorta, which is the main vessel that goes up and down, in the simplest terms. So they had to widen it. So they did angios when I was 6 months old, 2.5, and 5. Now apparently they wanted to do my first open heart surgery when I was 5, but decided not to. So from 5 up till 14, I was really healthy for the most part, no issues. And yeah, so at 14, they did the first big surgery where they put in stents. Wasn't the full open heart, wasn't graft or anything. It was they go in through one of your legs and they put in a stent. It's a device that opens and props up your arteries. They had to make them wider. And they also put a coil in as they happened to find a leaking aneurysm. They didn't see it with all their scans. So they put one in the aortic arch, one in the descending. So the arch goes over to your arm, the descending goes down, hence descending. You have your ascending, which goes up. Well, something happened, and the one in the arch, like 6 months later, left the arch, went up into my neck, turned sideways, and got stuck. I said, good thing it stopped, because had it hit my brain, it probably would have killed me. So it went up there, turned sideways, got stuck. We had no clue. They think it happened about a year later because I kept getting really bad headaches then, really bad. So just to answer your question, we have one child. He's just about 2. So fast forward another year, I go and see a doctor when I was 16, and I hadn't seen him since I was 3. He was my original surgeon, but we had left Stanford in San Jose, California. I was in California then. So we went to go see him. He said, nope, you need open heart surgery. We'll just do it once. We'll fix it. So like 2 weeks later, I'm pulled out of school. I was in my junior year of high school, just started. And hey, get to go have open heart surgery, and it was February 6th, 2006. I still remember the actual date. So they knock you out. It's like a 12-hour surgery. They saw open your chest and they fix everything. And then what a graft is like if you have a leaking radiator hose and you put pipe wrap on it, it's the same thing. Or a sleeve, it's the exact same thing, just for your actual body. So they put that in there. I got an infection right after, and I was pretty healthy after that. I had like no issues after that. Um, I
Well,
guess I'll tell both stories. So about 2012, I started feeling like occasional chest pains, nothing major. They scanned me, couldn't find anything. 2013 came back again, scanned me, couldn't find anything, and I was going in and out of hospitals like every 3 months with chest pains. So it was like the early summer of 2014. I ended up calling my doctor back, like, no, I'm getting really bad chest pains, and now you say you can't find anything. Well, I'll tell it the way it is. The nurse on the phone told me to quit calling. It's all in my head, and she doesn't want to hear it anymore. So I'm like, well, you guys are fired then. I'm done. I go onto Google, look up top 10 cardiac hospitals, and in Los Angeles was Cedars-Sinai. They ranked number 6 that year. So I'm like, cool. Called up Cedars-Sinai, made a consulting appointment. That doctor looks at me, takes like 2 scans, comes back in like an hour later, goes twice, like, you need open heart surgery now. So yeah, like 7 days, we're gonna schedule it, get any affairs you have in order, and you got to come back now. So what had happened is my graft that they put in 2006 slowly started tearing open. I was growing, but the graft wouldn't grow. So I have to have emergency open heart surgery now, and I'm 24 years old. Um, and this was, I think it was August 13th or August 11th, when
I
I had
have
my
a
surgery.
question before you continue.
Mhm.
You said the graph was not growing.
Yeah.
The graph was, it's just a metal, right?
Yeah, it doesn't
So
grow.
it
I
doesn't
grow,
grow.
but
Yeah, so
but the graft doesn't expand.
so I think your first doctor should have told you about that, right? They
Yeah.
should
Oh,
have,
I'll
because
get back to those doctors soon.
okay. Please,
Yeah.
a quick answer to some of the questions over here. Yes, we've been married, for 5 years. So those of you asking, yes, we've been married for 5 years and we have one kid. He's 22 months old. So yeah, we can continue.
So I have my open heart surgery. They don't go through the front this time. And I'm asking, like, the doctors are wheeling me back to the operating room, like, just be honest, like, what are my chances of surviving? He's all, they're not the best. I mean, maybe 50-50, like 50% you'll wake up or 50% you'll die on the operating table. So I'm going into the operating room knowing I have a 50-50 shot of actually waking up. So they do the surgery. It's like 14, 15 hours. So the way that they explained it to me is it's like a grenade went off in my chest. The graft was shredding. There was shrapnel and pieces everywhere. And it kind of breaks apart like fiberglass. So they have to pick out each individual piece for hours. So they go in there, but they go in through my back. So I have like a huge, you can ask her, like a 2.5 foot scar going right down
Yeah.
my back over here.
The truth is that the first time I saw it, I got scared. I was like, what is this? Look, okay, he told me when we met, like, I think on one of the things that made me really accept him, or like accept to date him, is that my husband was straightforward with me. He didn't hide anything about him. When we met and he decided to like propose, he really didn't hide anything from me. So that was one thing I really like about him. And so, like, the first day he took off his shirt and I saw the mark, I got a bit scared, although he had already told me, but I I wasn't expecting to see it that big, you know. But I think now I'm used to it. Yeah. So
Yeah, so I have my surgery. Everything goes great. But right before that surgery, I happened to dislocate my shoulder like 2 weeks before. So that was one of my first big dislocations, and it rolled out. I mean, I was swimming and occasional martial arts and all that, just trying to stay fit and in shape. That was the first time I dislocated my shoulder. And then right after the surgery. I think it dislocated one more time. So I quit swimming as I knew it was pretty unstable, and I've been really healthy since. Well, um, what was it? 2 years after the last open heart, they find more aneurysms going, coil all of that off, put stents down both
what
legs.
is, someone will not understand what the aneurysm and
An
the
aneurysm is like a leaking blood vessel. So they're pretty dangerous if they find them leaking. It depends how bad they are. If they can fix them, cut them out. But they found them. They coiled both of them, which is like they stitched them closed.
okay.
And then everything was fine. So my arm's been good. I mean, I did volunteer firefighting up till when I met her in Montana, and when we moved here, I worked for like 3M and another company moving heavy pallets, loads, and everything. So no issues. Used to work out at the gym 4 or 5 days a week. No issue with it. And then all of a sudden, again, a year and a half ago with him, I'm on baby leave, and I'm at home with him. He's 3 months old, give or take, and I'm still working out from home really heavy. And I'm on our stairs. We had an upstairs townhouse, and I'm on the stairs, and I reach down to grab something, and being safe, I put one hand up on the wall to brace myself just so I don't fall backwards as I reach down to like pick up something. And just that little bit of traction and pulling on the wall as my hand slid down with this arm, it pulled the whole shoulder out. My shoulder completely dislocated. So I'm at home with my arm like wrapped to my body like this. I have zero control over it. It's hurting so bad I'm turning white, like gonna pass out. So I text my neighbors, I need help. Here's my garage code. I'm calling 911, like, here's my garage code, as I can't get downstairs to the actual door. I'm trying to take care of him, keep one arm on this arm to keep it in, and I'm trying to get a hold of Tina, and she won't answer her phone.
I was in a
Because she
meeting
was at
at
work.
work. Like,
So cops get there, paramedics get there, they end up taking me. They thought I fell down these stairs. I kept saying I was on the stairs and it dislocated. They thought it meant I fell down. So they thought there was like major internal trauma. So they rushed me, lights and siren, to the hospital for a dislocated shoulder. Our downstairs neighbors, Gifty and Tio, took Adriel. And so Tina met me at the ER, and within 45 minutes of me getting there, they knocked me out and put it right back in. But I will say that the pain was so bad with that when it went out, because I tore everything up. They told me they gave me 4 milligrams of hydromorphone, which is dilaudid. It's pretty powerful. And I was still wide awake talking to all. Most full-grown men, it'll knock them out. And I was wide awake. It hurt that bad. I remember like feeling like really head spinny and high off of it. But I could feel my shoulder like nothing.
yeah, when I go to the ER, the way my husband, he was crying, like, and I hadn't seen him like that before. So I was disturbed, like very disturbed. I asked the nurses and the doctors, like, what are they doing? Because obviously he is in pain. He was in so much pain. And they said they've done everything they have to do. Like, they've given him the injections to keep the pain down and everything. But yeah, he was still in pain. And at some point, they had to move him to another room
Yeah,
to
so
go and put it
they
back.
moved me to one of the trauma rooms. So they brought in the respiratory therapist, another ER doctor. There were 2 ER doctors, 2 of their trauma nurses, and they had to pretty much knock me out for surgery right there in the OR to get it back in, because I'd also lost circulation. So they were also worried about prepping me for surgery if they relocated it and it tore the actual artery or did something major. I can tell you this much, like, I got no pain relief until I was actually unconscious from propofol.
Yeah.
When I woke up, obviously didn't hurt to the same level of it being dislocated, but I knew that there was a difference between that dislocation and the one 10 years prior, as it still hurt. I mean, it hurt like I was fresh out of surgery. So major swelling for like 4, 5, 6 weeks.
Water.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6 weeks, major swelling, did physical therapy. It stopped hurting, but I had no range of motion. It was tight. It felt like it was gonna slip and fall, no strength. So we did that for 6 months to a year. We moved here last June, and then I established with an orthopedic surgeon. back in the fall. Took a while to get CAT scans and all that done, and that was fun. They couldn't do an MRI as the graft in me is not MRI compatible. It's metal. So and CT they have to get dye into the joint itself, the actual socket. That was fun. I'm laying on this table and the radiologist comes in with a X-ray and everything that's literally shooting live, and he takes this big needle like the size of a chopstick that you use to eat sushi, puts it right through into my shoulder socket and injects a lot of dye. I mean, it was so much pressure in there. I thought it was going to push my shoulder out. So they take me from there right into the CT machine, get pictures. They can see little bits of damage. Even a CT with a lot of contrast is not as good as an MRI, but they could see that there was definitely damage in there. So after fighting with my insurance for months,
Oh God.
they would say it's approved, and then suddenly, like 3 days before surgery, well, now it's not approved. And they'd approve it again. Well, now it's approved, but it's out of network, so you'll just have to pay for everything. It was a huge fight.
Yeah.
And so eventually, yeah, they finally approved it in network, didn't cancel it last minute. So last Friday, I had my shoulder surgery, and it went great. I mean, it took longer than what they expected, and there was more in there than what they thought, but recovery's been good. I'm on day 5. I got all the feeling back to my hand finally. The nerve block did fade after 24 hours, which sucked. I was really hoping it was going to last for a couple days. But, yeah, so that's pretty much it. I know a few of you asked about the heart surgery story yesterday, so that's it. And here's my shoulder. I'm out of work till the end of April, so I get 12 weeks off of work. So, yeah, I get to be at home a lot for the next 12 weeks. I start physical therapy 3 to 4 weeks after surgery. I see the doctors Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for follow-up, so we'll see what they say. But, I mean, for now, I'll be at home. I have some books I want to order. I'm going to start reading one over here soon, now that the brain fog is gone from anesthesia. Couldn't focus to like, read. First couple of nights, I was micro-sleeping. Sleep for an hour, sleep for 2 hours, and that's it. I could not sleep any longer. Finally getting some actual sleep, which is good now.
I'm just laughing because someone's comments was like, shout out to Luigi Mangione. Do you know Luigi? So, excuse me to say, he's the guy who unalived the insurance.
Oh, yeah.
Is it the insurance president?
The surgery
The
is
CEO.
there was a technical name on it, but essentially it took an arthroscopic surgery. So they didn't have to cut it open, but I have 4 or 5 holes where they went in with like a really large camera and needle. So it was all like laparoscopic type surgery, like how they do like stomach surgeries for like stomach reduction or anything like that. But yeah, first 24 hours because the nerve block failed, they sent me home with too light of medication. So I had to call the on-call doctor that night, and they had to call in stronger stuff. I'm like, listen, my nerve block is gone. I'm moving my fingers, barely 24 hours out of surgery. Either you're going to write me something stronger, or I'm going to be in the ER here in the next 10 minutes. So he called in something. Tina ran down there and picked it up, and it's been fine since.
Thank you to all of you who have subscribed.
Thank you so
to
much.
all of you who have joined us. We know most of you asked a lot of questions, so he thought to talk about it. He hasn't really talked about his health issues on camera.
Yeah.
Like
all my
this,
friends
so-
in real life know, and coworkers, like people just ask, especially when you're like at the public gym and you change clothes and someone sees a big 2.5-foot scar down your back, there's going to be questions. Yes, I got in a fight with a grizzly bear. The bear learned. I went to Africa, had to fight for my life
No, don't say that.
in combat.
No, don't say that. No.
I won Tina in a fair tournament.
That you won't say that word.
Yeah, but no, so next 12 weeks I'll be reading a lot of books. Obviously physical therapy, getting better for work. And then we want to try and grow the YouTube page. We're just trying to figure out what to do for content. We have so many ideas. We have too many ideas, and for us to narrow down on one thing is not easy. we're not really a prank channel. We don't do pranks or anything like that.
Yeah, we tried pranks and we are not good actors. So, yeah.
I mean, we'll do the occasional funny reel and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but no, we're just down to earth. Want to go live and ask and answer questions.
Yeah, my husband always says
Have you
I'm
seen
too
Ace
serious.
Ventura? Man, that's old. That's like 90s, dude.
What is that?
It's an old Jim Carrey movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so arm is okay. So this pack I have on now, here, I'll move this. So the sling is this black piece. This blue one is a water powered ice pack. So I'll show you how it works. This is a giant cooler right here. I'll unplug it. So I can open this. Hold on. So this is the filter, the pump, and then there's water bottles in this. So you put frozen water bottles and water. And you put this back on. It fits exactly 4 bottles. And this locks it in. And it pumps. So it just runs off of standard wall power. So this pumps water through this. I can wear it pretty much as long as I want. There's no restrictions like you do with like actual ice. So I can wear it pretty much all night, all day. I just change out water bottles every 4, 5, 6 hours. So our freezer is just loaded with water bottles right now.
There's a question about was the surgery on your muscle and shoulder? Because if so, my brother had the same surgery.
Yeah, so they worked on the bicep, this main top muscle here. Bicep, labrum, sorry for the noise. If you crush your water bottles, it saves space. So bicep, labrum, and a little bit of the rotator cuff. Rotator cuff got off easy. It was the labrum and bicep that got damaged pretty bad. So it wasn't a full replacement like bone or like a hip surgery or anything, but they said that surgeon actually said, who's a sports medicine surgeon, he works on the SDSU campus teams over here. So our sports teams, so he does like all of the shoulder repairs for the football players, knees, elbows, everything. So he said that the shoulder joint is definitely more painful than hip or knee, and it's more complicated to repair because of the range of motion and the different pieces that go into a shoulder. There's a lot more they have to fix and have to stabilize. Whereas like a hip has like 2 or 3 axes, knee just has like a single axis that pretty much pivots on, where the shoulder is very dynamic. So these like shoulder surgeries, when you have a bad injury, it can be a lot worse and it's a lot harder to repair too.
So I was just laughing, okay, because
yeah, rotator cuff hit hard. Did he play sports? I would guess baseball. If it's going to be sports, I'll guess baseball or football. For that throwing action, you can tear rotator cuffs.
Okay. I saw Jimmy's comment over here.
Jimmy.
Topless. Topless.
Jimmy.
Topless
I used to work with
Tuesday.
Jimmy. Topless Timmy Tuesday. Hey, no posting pictures of Tina in her bathing suit, Jimmy. So Jimmy took us out on his boat. I used to work with him. And Tina went out too. This is before Adriel was born. So he's all, listen up, Tina. If you come on my boat, you're wearing a bikini. So she went on his boat wearing a bikini. You were nervous at first, but eventually she found the back of the boat. Sat back like that and just relaxed. Had no cares.
I wasn't. Like initially, I was kind of water sick a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but it was fun. So
let's scroll back down, see all the updated comments.
Jimmy said when I go topless, I'll get a lot mass of subscribers. That was why I was laughing. So
Tina Topless at youtube.com. Tina Topless.
So funny. He's just so funny.
That's Jimmy for you. He's a great guy.
So can somebody explain what this is, please? Oh, this is a family channel. I'm originally from Ghana. My husband is an American. We live here in the United States, in South Dakota. So we just share videos of how we are exploring each other's culture. That is mainly what we do on our channel. But today, yesterday,
Dang,
and today,
Justin.
right?
Yeah, dang. I'm reading just Caden's comment there. Yeah, football. Very
So
common.
yesterday and today, people were asking about his shoulder surgery. So whilst talking about it, he also talked about some surgeries that he has had in the past, and so people wanted to learn more about it. And so he just explained,
Adriel.
talked about his heart surgery. So
I think he
yeah.
dropped his binky behind the desk. Oh, Mama just left her a recover. Mama's gonna get the binky. We have this little entertainment center. He drops stuff behind there. He can't get it, so then he starts freaking out. So yeah, so I dislocated my shoulder a year and a half ago. They finally did surgery on it now. The going back to your thing about your brother popping his shoulder and popping it back in. I was lucky with my like first two dislocations, which were very small. It put itself back and just kind of rolled itself right back in. The one before open heart surgery, they had to physically put back in. What was different about that one is like, yeah, it was sitting out and it was actively dislocated. After like 20 minutes, it just kind of numbed itself. As long as I didn't try moving it or like twitching, it didn't hurt. It just felt really tight. So when this one went out a year and a half ago and it hurt the entire time, I knew I tore all kinds of stuff up. Because again, when I was home with him, I was trying to stay in as best shape as I could, as I couldn't go to the gym with a 3-month-old baby with me. So I did everything at home. So I actually had my own workout routine. Like every time I used the bathroom, I had to do 25 push-ups. I had to do 10 push-ups in the morning, 10 in the afternoon, 10 in the evening. By the time I kept multiplying it week after week, I was doing like 300 plus push-ups a day. So my shoulders were really tight, and so when it slipped out, it just tore everything. There was no give, there was nothing.
Adriel, calm down, sweetie. Calm down.
Oh yeah, definitely, boss lady, definitely. Yeah, what sucks is I can't take ibuprofen. Part of having my heart issues is I'm on blood thinners, so I can't take ibuprofen as it interacts with one of my meds. So that really helps with the inflammation. They did give me a lot of steroids though in the operating room to help with the initial onset, but you do need some inflammation for your injuries to heal. It's part of the healing process. But we were joking with our followers and some of our friends that I got like this because I didn't do the dishes. Yeah, I'm okay. Oh, did he need changed?
Yeah, he did.
Adriel, you need changed? Yeah, and this boy, oh my gosh. When they wheeled me off to surgery, I've never heard him scream like that. Like he knew Dada was hurt, was having surgery on Friday. But when they wheeled me away, like I can leave for work and he might fuss a little bit. Anything like a typical toddler, but he screamed so loud and so hard. This boy acted like I was dying. And Mama said that he would not stop crying until he pretty much put himself to sleep crying like 45 minutes later. So when he got to see me out of recovery, like they took me out of the recovery room back to the actual room, oh, he was so happy, but he couldn't sit on Dada. We had to put him on the side of me, on this side. But that's all he wanted was to lay on Dada. This boy has been a Dada's boy. When he's not feeling good, he comes to Dada. When he wants something, he comes to Dada. If Mama says no.
Yeah.
Here he is, Mr. Buzz Lightyear.
Looks like I'm the strict parent between the two of us.
But he loves his mama. But we know he does prefer Dada.
Okay, go.
Bye.
You can go and play. Bye.
Go play. Bye.
He's so busy.
Yeah, he likes to go to the mall.
No, church.
Nope. No. You know better. He just tried grabbing our little DJI pocket thing. You'll have to readjust it, Tina. It's pointing up. So we got a little DJI camera here. He loves anything with a button. Anything with a button. We go to the mall, to any place with a button. he's recently discovered that when you're like at like a restaurant, you go to pay and you push like the green to accept. He loves pushing those keypad buttons too.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh my gosh! And I should make like a wall of like light up buttons for him, just buttons. He would entertain himself forever.
His free sample fighting for his life press. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I just go. Nah, God. People, just respect yourself a little better.
It's the internet.
With some of
Hey,
the
you know,
comments.
when I see like sensitive people on Facebook like posting stuff, some part of me just always wants to post, and I used to before I met Tina. I was definitely a wild card online. You know, it's like, hi, is this your first time on the internet? Welcome. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. What are you doing?
Do you have any questions for us?
Let me go get a water really quick.
What? Oh God, boy, leave the camera alone.
Don't
I guess
touch
I have
camera.
To, I have to end
I'll be
this.
right back.
Okay. Yeah. We have this DJI camera that we use sometimes. So,
He's obsessed with it.
hello from West Bank of New Orleans. I went
Hello,
to
New
New.
Orleans.
I went to New Orleans. When was that?
I don't know, like, was it last year?
That was last year. Was it September or August?
Oh, baby, we're out of cling wrap.
Yeah, I forgot. I was in New Orleans. It's actually fun, okay, but it's not.
You don't want to live there?
No, it's I
Why
can't.
don't you tell them your story of the club you and your coworkers went into?
I can't live there, but the place is fun. I feel like it's fun to visit. You know, looking at me.
Tina, tell the story.
I'm just too quiet for such a place, you know.
Okay, so Tina went there for a work conference with some of your coworkers, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So her boss takes her and the other coworkers out on the town that night. And they wanted to go eat somewhere
Yeah.
and have a show. Tina, tell them the story. You were there, not me.
We just went to an unexpected place. where
Tell them the story.
where we entered was an unexpected place. We were all not expecting to see that, but how did they call them? Is it drag queens?
So they went to a place and it was like a dine, like you eat and you watch like a play or a theater or a performance. They didn't know, and Tina didn't know either, that the show was a drag show. She had no clue. Now Tina's never been to anything like that, never been exposed to anything like that. So she was like, "What is going on?" It was like a big shock. She had fun though.
Yeah, I did.
You had fun.
Yeah, I did have
And
fun.
I was like, "Hun, were you like throwing dollar bills? Did you like play into it?" And she just started laughing.
No, I was just sitting there. Initially, I was so surprised. Like,
You have never seen like you won't see anything like that in Ghana.
No, no,
You
no.
wouldn't see that.
no, I don't know
Is this
if.
one mine?
Yeah, that one is yes. I don't know if they will have anything like that in the city, but obviously I've not seen anything like that. And apart from that, I didn't grow up in the city. I grew up in the village, so yeah, I'm not used to all those going to the club and all those things. So
But before you met me, like when you broke up with your ex and then you had your friends, they would take you to Bozeman, Montana. You'd go to like drinking.
no, like I went to the bar with my
Yeah.
friends in school. I was still like they were in school and I was working, so and I didn't know anyone. I didn't know a lot of people back where we used to live in Butte, Montana. So I'll just go on Fridays, go to Bozeman and then go out with friends to the bars. It was just students going to most of the bars were full of students, so
He's gonna grab it. Adriel, you are in such an ornery mood. Give it back. Give it. Where's your binky?
you go to your bath. So
Where's
what,
his binky?
where is your binky? I guess you're looking for your binky. That is why you're
Yeah,
so
where's
aggressive.
binky?
Okay.
If he had it his way, he'd hit the end of live stream button. So he's learned how to Like if I lock a phone screen or a tablet screen for like YouTube and it says like push at the bottom like push to unlock, he's learned how to find that button. Whenever we go on like road trips or anything, sometimes we'll give him a tablet. Most of the times he just falls asleep or plays with a toy. Really depends.
I'll not come get it for you again. Don't.
That's all he wanted was his binky. Now he's gonna go play with his toys. And this boy has that stash of them somewhere. All of a sudden he'll come out of like a room. He has like two in each hand, and he's like taking turns with each binky. Mom's like, "Where did you get those?"
He looked like something out of Tim Burton film. Yeah. So yeah. Let me see. My life has been very quiet, so I got to have a little bit of fun before I met you. So yeah, just kind of even the bars in Bozeman. When I go, I don't dance. I just sit there and watch people dancing, and then I was mostly drinking a lot of water, not so much of alcohol. So I just sit down, watch people dance, and then I talk to people. So yeah.
So how about tomorrow night? Well, we will, since I told the story in one night instead of two.
Yep.
Let's bring out Jenga, and we can play Jenga. I'll play with my bad hand. So I normally play with this arm, but I'll play with this arm, and we'll see if Tina can win a game in Jenga.
You always cheat.
How can I cheat? How can I cheat with one hand?
I always lose when we play a game.
Because she's not good at it. Baby, you're like an environmental engineer. You're not an architectural engineer. You're not a construction engineer.
I always lose when we play.
What I should call you is a demolition engineer. You keep knocking everything down.
You want water? So yeah.
You want to try and give him some water?
Come here.
Come over there, buddy. Go on.
Come here.
Go to Mama. Yeah, he wants to sit on my lap.
You know that I cannot lift you up.
You want the melon? Come on. I gave him a cantaloupe. And there he goes with it. He's running with the house through a cantaloupe.
Hey! So the last time he thought it was a soccer ball.
Don't kick it.
That boy is strong. Look at him holding that. Maybe he's going to destroy the.
He's gonna forget about it here in a second. Yeah, so maybe we'll go live over these next 12 weeks. We'll try and do it every day. I'm sure there'll be a day or two where we can't go live, but we'll start playing games. So how about that? We'll get games.
Questions they should let us know. Any topics they want us to discuss.
So like there's some games from my childhood I want her to play. Not giant board games like Monopoly, but like shorter fun games. We could play Break the Ice. You remember the icebreaker game as a kid? You knock out the ice cubes and whoever knocks the guy out. We could play Hungry Hungry Hippos. Just a lot of entertaining games. But it has to be 2-player games. I would say let's play Speed, but I need both hands for that. I love Speed, the card game. I haven't played it in forever though. I'd have to like watch a game online at least once to remember how. My sister and I used to play it back and forth. She'd get jacked up on like Red Bull and Mountain Dews and be like all shaking and playing, and she'd still lose. But whenever she would win, I remember my sister Brittany jumped up once, smacked her knees off the underside of this table, started crying, but then laughing that she won at the same time.
Yeah, it's fun when you win against this guy because he's always winning at games.
We could play Yahtzee.
Yeah.
We have Yahtzee. So the ones that we do have are Yahtzee and Jenga. We know card games, but a lot of them aren't. You need like 4 and 5 people.
I think 2 people can play card games.
Depending on the game. Hey, no hit.
No hit.
No hit. No
if
hit.
you hit, you go. I'll lock you in the bathroom.
No.
If you hit me.
You got your toy? Yeah, go play with your toy.
You go on a timeout.
He's been getting timeouts recently because he's been exploring his physical side when he gets upset.
Yeah.
We have to make him sit down. Sit down for 30 seconds. Sit down. So it's toddlers,
No
attention. I don't know
is
what
still
that
happen.
says.
Someone is still asking what happened.
Well, that's
to
a
you.
scam comment there.
No.
Yeah. That's a scam account. So I'm gonna take this out. Let's
You
see.
don't have to report it. Okay.
I'm gonna remove that one. See, I don't really care what you say, but
You have removed. You can see remove.
got it.
Yeah, we cook a lot.
Yeah,
If you watch most of our videos, we have me cooking a lot of Ghanaian meals, like different types of Ghanaian
I made
meals.
my first banku a week and a half ago.
And then he also cooks American dishes. And so the last time he made tacos, I still call it American food, but people were like, no, this is for Mexicans, this is not an American food. I'm like, okay. So
Yeah, we have a much smaller kitchen than we did in Minneapolis. We did downsize when we moved here, which was fine. But we have a much smaller kitchen, so it's a lot harder to set up for filming like it was there.
yeah, so I cook a lot. I love cooking. So we live in South Dakota in US.
Yep, so we're in South Dakota and Sioux Falls. And we have no snow. Nothing. We were hoping for snow this year. Western South Dakota got a lot of snow. The Black Mountains got hammered, but it was almost 60 degrees here today. It's been one of the warmest, driest winters they've had in a long time now. This happened last year. And as we were moving here, we got caught in a series of 3 storms.
Yeah.
Storms that were so bad it washed out entire towns like that we were driving through.
Yeah, the
Mankato
storm
got
last year
hit,
was
all
bad.
kinds of them. I know it made like national news. But yeah, Sioux Falls got hammered. Good chunks of the city were like underwater. So
Yeah. Hello, Craftier Joe. And what is my favorite American food? Is it the steak that you make?
well, that I make,
Yeah, the steak and the
So-
mushrooms.
I'll make sirloin steak, medium rare, and then I make portobello mushrooms and the grilled asparagus. I basically pan sear it really fast. She loves asparagus.
Yeah.
And then for like, but you eat. Didn't you say that you like pizza? Like your favorite American food was pizza before you met me?
Yeah, before.
Trust me, Tina can eat a pizza. I'll share the pizza story. So Tina and I had just started dating.
Really?
She would stay overnight
You have to
because.
say it.
So I got off work. It was a Friday night. She was doing her internships then, so she didn't have work Saturday, Sunday. So she decided to stay over at my house since she had practically moved in, and we were dating. So I'm like, listen up. I don't feel like cooking anything. I'm really tired. Don't want to go out. She was tired too. Didn't want to cook. It's like, let's order pizza. And where I lived was a secure building, so I had to go down, get the pizza, and then come back to my apartment. So we had to wait for the pizza guy, and so I set the pizza on the counter. I'm like, right now, let me go rinse off in the shower really quick, and then we can start eating. So we had ordered an extra large pizzas. We were both starving. We also got some like chicken wings and breadsticks too. So I come back out of the shower about 5 minutes later. She left me 2 slices of an extra large pizza. 2 slices. She ate over half the pizza in 5 minutes. And so she goes to reach for the chicken wings, and I take them. I'm like, no, these are mine. She ate almost the entire pizza, an extra large. And I was like, I was hungry.
I was hungry. I had been on the field all day. Normally, like one thing about me when I'm working, I forget to eat. So that day, I didn't even in the morning, I just took my smoothies and then went to work. Then I was in the field all day, so I just got home tired and hungry. So I just ate without even looking.
Yeah, you ate all my food all right. So we met at a Mexican restaurant called Taco del Sol, since you're asking where we met. It's called Taco del Sol. It's like a Qdoba, or what's the other popular one? What's that other restaurant like Qdoba?
Is it pita?
No, we met at
Taco del Sol.
Taco del Sol, but it's kind of like a Qdoba or a Subway with like Mexican food.
Yeah.
Can't think of the other place I'm thinking of. I'll think of it later. Let's see.
So I called my wife and told her that I will pick up pizza and coke on the way back from work. But it seems she was not happy. She was not happy. She still regrets letting me name the kids. What name did you give them?
Please do tell us what
please,
name.
please tell us what
Adriel.
name.
It took us a while to pick out Adriel's name, but we got it narrowed down.
So yeah, thank you so much to all of you who have subscribed.
Johnny Sins. Never heard of Johnny Sins.
Thank you to all of you who have subscribed, and please kindly like the video for us too.
So yeah, we're
Okay.
having music being provided by my son's toy.
I like the joke. He said that the names are pizza and coke. He was just okay. It was a
Ah.
joke. It was a joke, but we didn't get it
Pick up
at
pizza
first.
joke, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get it now.
So Tina, though, whenever we go out eating, I have to order her food.
Yeah.
Now Tina has learned multiple times when she doesn't know the menu to trust me, because on days where she insisted that she's a big girl and she can pick out her own food, like we went to Perkins, it's like Denny's or IHOP, and I'm like, don't order that, hon. And what was it? It was the Salisbury steak or one of the.
I've forgotten what I selected. But
Oh, it
wasn't
was
good.
like an Alfredo pasta, but I could just tell it was gonna be cheap and nasty. I'm all, hon, don't order that. No, it looks good. I can order it. I know what I'm doing. She took one bite, pushed it aside, and then ate my food.
Yeah, I'm still not good ordering food out. Like, I'm not used to eating outside. So the whole of the 2 years that I spent in the United States schooling, okay, before I met him, I was mostly cooking. I wasn't going out to eat. I was just cooking. If I'll go out to eat, I think sometimes my colleagues will invite me out and then we go, but normally I ask them, oh, what do you think is good for me? So I wasn't just going out to eat. So, and still I have issues. Sometimes I go to the restaurant, I order something, and at the end when I get it, I don't want to eat it.
Oh yeah. So to
Doesn't
answer
look
your
good.
question, Lewis, so I had to have some surgery done on the labrum, the bicep, and a little piece of the rotator cuff as I dislocated it a year and a half ago, and it just wouldn't heal. So I got out of surgery on Friday. So I have the sling, the cold pack, which is pump operated, so I can take it with me. And that was the other thing, is it only comes with a wall adapter. So if you ever get one of these, it's only like 3.7 watts. Just get a basic car inverter from Walmart for like 20 bucks. Plug it in your cigarette lighter and you can take this thing with you. It's really nice. And the water bottles in it last a good 4 to 6 hours. Easy. Put 4 solid frozen water bottles, fill it up with like water. It just recirculates ice cold water for hours. These are like the best ice cubes.
So we have Crafty just says naming a kid is not easy. My husband and I didn't have a name even after my daughter was born. It took us some hours after her birth for us to decide on a name. Really? Wow.
How
Yeah.
How about hey you? Hey you? That's what I'm always saying.
For me, I did a whole research. It was kind of a research topic for me, or a research work for me. I did a lot of research on the name we wanted for him. So yeah, so I did research. My husband brought the one that he found. I also brought mine. Then we decided on what to go with. So
Now, if we have another child, like we would like a girl, like one boy, one girl. I know it's not like Amazon where you pick your favorite shirt color.
I was about saying that. Is it Amazon that you decide on what to have? It's not Amazon for you to order.
But if we have a girl, like I would like to have one boy and one girl. I'm not saying I wouldn't love another boy, but I want the experience of being a boy dad and a girl dad. On that note, I'll be right back. I gotta go check, make sure my laundry is all dry.
Let me go check.
It's
You
okay.
can sit. Okay? So yeah, while he's gone, Crafty Joe, I'm just like you when it comes to ordering food. I have no idea what to order. Seriously, I still struggle with ordering food when I go out, and most of the times I'm likely to order something that I'll end up not eating. So I just hate eating outside unless I go out with my husband or someone who knows, like who has been there before and knows that this is good food, but I'll end up getting something that is not good. The hospital named her girl Marian on my hospital chat. So we agreed on the name. Oh, okay. Who asked for Jesus? I'm his manager. You are Jesus' manager.
No,
Good to know.
Jesus, not Jesus, Jesus.
Ordering food is always a gamble. Yeah, like.
Well, so like another place, so Taco del Sol owned the business across the street called Pita Pit. They make like pita and health conscious foods. So Tina and I went there. We were still dating then, or just before. And I have a picture on my phone, so she's lucky we're doing the stream from my phone and not hers, or else I'd scroll back and show you the picture of her. But so she orders a sandwich, and I order a bowl, like a burrito bowl. So she orders like her sandwich and Doritos, like just the classic I don't know what to eat kind of food with a
Yeah,
Coke.
I don't know what I'm even ordering.
I order this bowl. It has like chicken and sriracha sauce and ranch dressing, and it's loaded. And she sits down, unwraps her sandwich, takes a bite, looks at mine like this, sets her sandwich down, and goes, "What's that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's my food. It's like the same thing in a bowl." So she acts all innocent, and she wants to try it. And then she takes my food across the table and starts eating it. And I have a series of pictures where she's explaining herself. She's first serious, and then she's like, "I'm a girl, come on." I have like a series of photos as I'm taking pictures of her, and she's trying to reason and have an excuse of why she needs to eat my food. So she eats my burrito bowl, and then she's all, "Well, what are those chips?" Well, these are sun chips. You just ate my burrito bowl, you're not eating my chips. So she's like, "Well, let me just try one." So she tries one, likes them better than Doritos, and then eats my bag of chips. So I leave from this date hungry, and I have to go home and eat, and she takes her sandwich with her.
Just imagine going on a date and eating eating the date or the person you're going on a date with food. Like, do you expect the person to call you the next day?
Yeah, you were lucky.
I don't even know why you called me the next day.
So you could buy me lunch next time.
So Derek says, "Don't beat your husband so bad that he ends up being hurt so bad." Just kidding. Yeah, Derek, you're welcome to our channel. And Crafty Ajo, my husband was not agreeing with me on the names, and he was not bringing any up. So we kept going back and forth with the name. Oh God. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, so no, Tina and I've had some great stories. Of course, in our single days before Adriel, it was just her and I. We used to go drive around Montana a lot. Before I met Tina, my best friend Ruth and I used to do the exact same thing. Then it became the three of us hanging out doing that.
Mm-hmm.
To help break Tina's ice with like my friends, I introduced her to my friend Ruth, who was a girl also. And Ruth's idea of two friends hanging out and trying to be friends is, "You want to go out to my family ranch in the middle of nowhere?" Total kidnapper stalker vibes, okay? So Tina's going out there, but they bring a mutual friend that Tina knew, that Ruth knew also. So they're kind of like, "Oh no, it's all safe." But when Tina heard that her parents' ranch has goats, the look on her face as if she won the lottery. "Goats? You have goats?" Her accent was like pure Ghanaian, super thick. "Goat? You have goats? Take me to goat."
Goat meat. Like, I've been searching for goat meat for a while. Like,
and Montana does
in
not have goat
Montana,
meat.
I couldn't find anywhere to get goat meat, to buy goat meat. You
So
know?
the first thing she's like thinking about and trying to explain to Ruth is like, "Goat meat? No, live goats, real goats. But we can make them meat, right? I can kill your goat and get meat, right?" She was trying to negotiate killing their pet goat for meat.
I didn't know they were pet goats. Like, Seriously, if you're an African, do you think of making a goat a pet? Just tell me. So I didn't think they were pets. I thought they were just rearing them for their meat.
And
So
then, bad part of the story is like a few months later, a cougar got in and literally killed
oh
most of
yeah.
their goats. So
Yeah, but
the cougar got goat meat.
but the way the goats were treated, seriously, I'm like, really?
The male goat, I forget what his name was. He loved me. At first, he hated me. So like, how do I break the ice with this goat? Because he would always try and ram me. This Billy goat hated me. So I'm like, I have an idea. So outside of the road that goes out to their family ranch is a McDonald's, and this is like, when I say ranch in the middle of nowhere, I mean there's no cell signal. You cannot call for help. They use CB and ham radio out there just to talk from ranch to ranch that's in this deep valley that leaves. So there's no cell signal. They have power. The internet is by satellite, and the water's off of wells. I mean, that's it. It's very basic. So I get McDonald's French fries for this goat, and I see him, and he squares up on this fence, and I hand him a French fry, and I hand him another French fry. So then the next time I come out, this goat loved me. He started like blowing like my friend Ruth called them raspberries. He started blowing kisses at me. Bring me more French fry. Bring me more French fry. I got this goat addicted on French fries.
Just imagine Ghanaians and Africans over here. Imagine a goat eating French fries.
Oh gosh.
Imagine. Hello. Hello everyone. Kamji, no. No. I didn't break his arm. Yeah, you're all welcome, you know.
She pushed me off a ladder because I wouldn't make the bed.
Chris, don't get me into trouble. Oh, please. You keep on.
No, this is from actual surgery. She didn't do anything. She's actually been very helpful. Like, I can't even take my arm out of the sling for 2 weeks unless I'm just showering and putting it right back in. So she has to help me hold it. Plus, I have zero strength with it. I mean, when they repaired everything, I had to cut a bunch of stuff and refix everything. So my arm has like no strength to it. So it's I have 12 weeks to get better and get back into work though. That's one of the downsides is you don't get work accommodations when one, it's outside of work, and two, if you're salaried. I'm a salaried manager, so I don't get like the same accommodations that an hourly person would. They say you're either 100% or you're zero. So
thank you.
That's one of the downsides. But I'll be 100% of my job duties by the time I get back, so I'm not worried about it. Oh, hi, buddy.
He's ready for sleep. And I also need to go to bed because of my appointment tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marian. So, guys, before we leave,
We'll go to bed. We'll
go to bed soon.
He wants to go to bed.
I'm an author of children's books. So, these are my books. If you check our page, most of our videos has links to all these books over there, so please check it out. I'll also add let me see if I can type. So I'm typing with my professional page. You can see Dr. T just come up, safari-treasures.com. You'll see it soon. I just typed it over there, unless YouTube also doesn't allow
just type Safari Treasures, but don't put .com. So just type it the way it'll look.
Safari Treasures.
But take out the .com. So it's just Safari Treasures, but without. But you have to add .com.
You have to add .com because YouTube doesn't allow you to type any website. So this is my children's storybook, which teaches children about the importance of clean water, environmental management, and teamwork. So it's for children from ages 0 to 12. So it's on Amazon.com too, and Safari-treasures.com. I also have it on TikTok. So yeah. And then I have this coloring book, Sea Life Creatures. So you see how big the pictures of the animals are, and then I have some fun facts and then habitats. Same here with the wildlife animal. So yeah.
Now,
So,
you said the Nana's Magic Waterfall, you'll sign for them and write
yeah.
a special message?
Yeah, I do sign and then write a special message to the kid you purchase it for. So please check them out on safari-treasures.com. The title is Nana's Magic Waterfall. NANA-S Magic Waterfall. So if you go on Amazon and you come across any of my books, you just click on my name, Dr. Augustino Sabute. All my books will come out. So
And all of the profits that she gets from here and with us trying to grow our YouTube channel, she's actually reinvesting it back into her nonprofit. It's registered internationally. She's been doing it for almost a decade.
yeah.
And then we just got it registered in the United States for Teen Lead. It's they mentor teenagers, kind of like a Big Brother, Big Sisters here. They do a lot of outreach, STEM teaching, science, technology,
Leadership.
engineering, mathematics, leadership development for teenagers and at-risk people. She started in Ghana, but now we're expanding to the United States. So that's why we're trying so hard to grow our YouTube channel, so she can fund that, because it gets expensive, ship out supplies to kids or to have them go on like trips. So that's why she did these books and why we're doing this.
So yeah, so thank you so much. We have a baby over here, so
Who was patiently waiting for
he
Beth.
was patiently waiting for us. But please check our channel. All the links are in the description of the videos. I will encourage all of you to try and then buy some of the books for any child out there. Even if you don't have a child, if you think of donating books to any organization or any orphanage, I will be here. We can work around it, and then I can also contribute to that so that we donate the books to the orphanage. So this is the first of the series. The title of the series is Little Guardians, focused on teaching children about the importance of clean water and environmental management and teamwork. So I'll be writing more books, but this is what I have currently. So, and please remember that proceeds from the book goes to my nonprofit organization, Teen Lead Foundation. So if you want to know more about us, I also put it in the description of our videos. So you can search for teenleadfoundation.com, teenleadfoundation.com, and you'll see all the information about us over there. So
is it .com or is it .org?
.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to go tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night at the same time, 7 o'clock Central. And we will be playing Jenga and sharing more stories and answering questions.
Yeah, so tomorrow just join us with your questions, any questions that you want us to answer. So thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Thank you.
Kindly subscribe and watch our videos. We have interesting videos on
they
this
want
channel.
a kiss. Everyone's been saying kiss.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow
Good
night
night.
at 7
Thank
o'clock
you.
Central. Thank you.